So, hello and welcome to my showcase of this piece of terrain I made. I made it for Mordheim, but it's based or inspired by the Bronze Pony, a Lord of the Rings. Well, I was explaining to you more or less what I've done with it. So, the story behind it is that I found a picture on, I think it was Facebook, that it shows like a tavern or an inn that I quite liked, and I decided to try to replicate that for my Mordheim game, especially since I'm designing a scenario that will work with a tavern and I don't have that much terrain. This is the first proper house that I actually make, and I was trying to figure out how it was the best way to do it. As for some advice in the Mordheim group we have on WhatsApp, I got some great advice about a friend of mine, and I didn't follow it, and I should have, because he recommended me using what is the name of the thingy board? I don't remember. Feather board, I think is the name.
Board de hobby.
I'm gonna do the tank, Clara. It's a feather board, which is the advantage of that it has over what I used in the end. It was balsa wood. Is it is quite flexible, malleable if you got one of the pieces, but I didn't do that. Basically, what I used was these craft sticks, and I also got this balsa wood because the one I normally use is quite thin and you can carry it with no problem, but the one that was available for me is quite hard to work with, and in the end I use it only for I think it was the base, the first floor and the platform. I was following this tavern that in the end I realized once I finished with my house, I realized that it wasn't a scratch build. It's the Lake Town house from Games Workshop, and it's a really nice piece of terrain. I'm actually thinking of getting one myself because it's not that expensive, and it looks really cool. It has some platforms that you can use either to have a cave scenario or in a piece of, I don't know, and in the sea or in a lake or a river or whatever. And it also has the building is quite detailed. I really like it, and this is the piece of terrain that I finished. It took me 3 days to do it, 2 days, something like that. It doesn't have extreme amount of detail. You look up close, there's some things that could be improved, but in the end I just didn't want to finish. I didn't have all the materials available here that I would like. The glue that I use, for example, I had to improvise because it created these bubbles, and I didn't know what to do with them, and I decided to paint them as apples. The terrain itself is no, they're apples. They're no toads. The terrain itself is well, I'm saying is that there's 2 floors. So you can take the roof to get out, and inside you have the second floor, which, because it's an inn, is where you'll stack your living bags or something comfortable. I had these, which are bags of tea that I suppose I will have to paint or something. They're quite big, but they're here just to give some decoration to the top floor. Also, the top floor is the Bronze Pony sign that I decided to make it because this is where you can use it in The Lord of the Rings and one of my favorite books. So. And then on the bottom part, the first floor, it was gonna be, because it can work as a tavern. What I decided to do is to have some shelves and a bar and some tables. If I can find some bits to use them for like bottles or stuff that could be in a tavern, I will use that. And then you can also take this one in case you just want to use your platform, but I don't think that's gonna happen. There's no use for just this in a platform. So basically, the idea is if the guys enter the first floor, you can have them here, and you take the top part. If they go up, then you have this one, and they will come from here. You don't need ladders because they will just be in the way. So if you compare them to 28 millimeters, not this is the wrong way. 28 millimeters. The door is a little bit taller than 28 millimeter figures, but not too much. The painting is pretty simple too. What I did is spray painted with a very cheap spray. I use black, so then you don't have to worry about shadows too much. The roof is done with dark red, then an orange brown, and the dry brushing, the last dry brushing is just neutral flesh from Vallejo. Then the inside is just dark brown and earth brown from Vallejo too, and here is the same thing, but then I applied some beige, also Vallejo. Here is just gray, but I think I mix black with white, nothing fancy. Here the same thing, I decided to do this just kind of pretty messed up floor just to give some interesting look. And the same here, brown and beige. And so I think in total it's like yeah, well, I'm trying to make a video. In the end it's just 5 colors tops. And this is the end result. Hope you like it. It is not too complicated to do it. If I've done it, anybody can do it. Because I'm not really that great at doing terrain pieces. Thank you, bye.